Hi, welcome to Our Protection Dogs, a channel devoted to the raising, development and training of a protection dog. So I'm Charles.
And I'm Marley.
And thank you for joining us on yet another video on how to raise and train your protection dog. So today we're going to discuss 5 tips for your protection puppy at this stage. So Billy Bones is about 6 months of age. And we are going to go through 5 tips for you at this stage with your protection dog pup.
Okay, point number 1. I think the most important thing for us at this stage was to get new equipment because Billy's puppy collar is too small for him now. We need something more broader to disperse the pressure on the neck. And we're not using the little harness anymore, so we needed to get something, the next stage of our equipment.
Yeah, so we are not very much equipment fixated as trainers. We believe that the equipment is an aid to your training, but equipment doesn't train your dog. You train the dog, but you do need the right equipment at the right time. So now it's time for a step up. And the first thing that we've had since day one, and still the very important one, is the leash. We still have the same leash, so I didn't have to get a new leash because this leash is really strong, well made, Julius K9 leash, and we still have the same leash from Billy Bones. The clip is still working quite really nicely, as you can hear. It's not stuck or anything like this, and this is really well. So we got the leash. Okay, so attached to the leash is the collar. Here it is, a fantastically made collar by Pet Pound Company, War Dog Tactical, as you can see over there. What I like about this is you can actually let them know what you want on it. They can put the dog's name on here. Don't touch, I bite, I love you, whatever you want to put on there. All right? Fido. So what you want to look for over here is it's the broadness of this collar. Let's see there, that's better. The broadness of this, that's what you want to get. This is about 4 centimeters, 4 to 5 centimeters. If you want to know what that in inches is, Google it.
No, we don't work in inches.
Don't work in inches. But really a well-made, strong collar.
And then if you like it and you like the concept where you've got the handle on to hold the dog, it's the same collar, same thickness, everything, same buckle, but it's got those nice handles here that you can hold the dog with.
So I kind of like these. You don't often find ones that's very well made. Obviously this one is really well made with this Cobra buckle yet again. It's quite nice when you're holding the dog by the neck over here. You've got more control over it than what you have with a leash. It's also out of your way. If you can see it, if it's around the dog, it's not like this huge big handle
thing, yeah.
I really like these. It's not something that I'll have on every day, but there's no reason why you shouldn't have them on every day when you go walking around. Obviously we always suggest that if your dog is running around in your yard or running free, not to have anything on around their neck, because they can hook this up somewhere. The weirdest accidents happens with dogs, so I would suggest not to have this on them when they're by themselves, but these are for when you're training, when you're going for your walks and things like that. I really love this. Pet Pound Company has gone out of their way to make sure that this is very well and strongly made. So just to go through these, this is Pet Pound Company, the War Dog range. This is the new Bravo collar. It's made out of this mil-spec webbing. They've changed the stitching on it. They've changed the Cobra buckle to the original Cobra buckle from Austria, which is a much lighter buckle. Look, when it comes to these technical specs, I think it's best to go onto their website and go have a look at it, or contact them and they'll tell you all these.
Also put it in the description.
Yeah, you put it in the description.
Yeah,
all I know, this thing is damn strong. And it's like a breaking strain of like 900 kilograms. It's more or less about 1,800 pounds breaking strain. So you can probably tow a car with this damn thing. It's really, really strong. This is called the agitation collar with a handle. So Marley will put that in, have a look at it. But I just think all I'm bragging about this whole thing, it's well made, it's strong.
It looks nice.
Very neat. It looks nice.
Billy looks beautiful.
Billy looks beautiful. Your dog will style with one of these. Really will style. If you've got a female dog, she'll even do the catwalk prance for you with one of these. So I think they're awesomely made collars. That's the most important, that they're very strong and they work.
And then the other piece of equipment is our tug. So we started moving over to the toy with Billy, also teaching him the game and how it's going to work with the toy. This is a tug from Julius K9. You can obviously get a ball and a string if that's what your dog prefers. You also get different types of tugs. That all depends on you. Do you like one handle? Do you like two handles? We prefer one handle. That's how we train. And we also don't like to go too big, because we don't really use training jackets and stuff like that, so we will like to hide it on our body later on. So we always keep that in mind when choosing a toy. But yeah, I think we're lucky because Billy really likes this and he likes his tug.
Guys, I must say, one thing about a tug is they don't last a lifetime because they go through a hell of a punishment with your dog. This tug is really also, again, made well. I like the jute. It's the same material that they use here that the leash is made out of. It's quite strong. I have already started using this with Billy. He loves it. It's really a well-made piece of equipment. Julius K9, Pet Bound Company, War Dog range that they've made, and we will leave a link at the bottom so that you can have a go and look at them. A nice thing about these guys, they're very open. They make all their own things. If there's something that they can benefit from, I wouldn't say idea that you've got, but that you like about it or not like about it, let us know about what you like about their equipment. I really like their equipment. They're really trying their best to make really, really, really good equipment, and I think they really succeed in what they're trying to do.
Okay, point number 2, or tip number 2 of the age that Billy is, let's remember 6 months, is that Billy is now currently in a fear period. So I don't know, I hope you guys knew that if you've got your own protection dog.
We've been talking about this fear period thing for quite some time on our videos. I hope that you have gone and done the research on fear period. There's a couple of videos, very good videos out there on fear periods that you can go and listen to. I'm thinking that if you don't adhere to these things, these are part of the growth of what your dog is going to go through. So you have to know all these kind of things, because it's extremely important. Fear period is basically how he perceives the world. What do I need to stay away from? Will this kill me? Will it not kill me? So this is where the environment teaches him that maybe things can go wrong and hurt him, or basically this is something for success. So a fear period is very important. It also goes in part with the teething, and Billy has now just recently started doing soft bite work again. We're taking it really easy with him and his teeth coming out and all sorts of stuff like that. So be very careful how you introduce things to your pup at this stage. He's still a puppy, so just take it easy, take it slow.
Point
number 3.
Tip number 3.
Tip number 3
is, I think I'm going to call it the rebellious phase. I think this is a time when most people realize okay, they've got a Malinois pup in the house. When they're so small, they're cute and they don't have that much energy, but now it's a different story. They're starting to realize who they are. They're experimenting, they're pushing boundaries, they see what they can get away with, what they can't get away with. So this is the time to be strict in a way, but not too strict. It's kind of a difficult situation.
Yeah, 6 of the one.
You want to guide them and you want to teach them that they have to listen, but at the same time you need to know when to let things go, or not to
overdo things.
Yes, because remembering still that we are in a fear period. If you're going to constantly smack your dog for stuff it's doing in the house, you're really going to leave a bad impression on the dog at this stage.
And remember, we spoke about crate training, so there's one of your aids so that you can put him in his crate. Maybe you have to go out somewhere, stick him in his crate. Those dustbins that they want to kick over and stuff like that, maybe have the dustbin bag taken out. It's a podcast that I listened to of Jerry Bradshaw now recently. Is like, how do you stop your dog from pushing over the dustbin and eating out of the dustbin? Well, if there's nothing in the dustbin for him to eat, he's not going to push it over. So you're not going to come home with all the shit in your dustbin lying all over the floor. Or put the dustbin away, lock it up in one of the rooms. That's how easy it is. So these are the kind of things that you have to like pay attention to. And then when you're walking into your kitchen in the morning and you want to go make a cup of coffee, and then they walk in front of you and then all of a sudden stop, and you almost fall, or they come charging down the passage and the slippery floor, and they are a little bit wonky on that long legs, and it's like into your legs and things like that. Just take it easy.
It will pass.
It will pass. It will pass. It will really will pass. The other thing you'll find also is anything that's out there gets chewed. So if you're going to leave those...
Tip number 5.
No,
4.
That's tip number 4. No, sorry, that's tip number 4. Just don't forget about putting those shoes, those expensive shoes of yours in the cupboard, because everything gets chewed now. Give them something nice to chew that they are allowed to chew. Just remember, those teeth are still a little bit not set in the jaw, still with itchy. They still want to chew and stuff on like that, and so give them something to chew. So everything gets chewed. I think in the previous video you saw that my arm was one of the chewing toys. Obviously that's not a good idea.
Charles likes to let things like that slip.
Yeah, I'm not the strictest. This is the strict one over here. So I sometimes let that slip because I think it's cute, but it ain't cute when he's going to learn that he can really bite hard and put 4 holes in my arm. So that stuff like that, you rather give him something to chew on. So just remember that. We have to bear this in mind. This is part of the age he's in now.
I mean, tip number 5 is that he is still growing. I can't tell you how many people send their dogs to training at this age, and then they come and they bring me adult food for this dog, and it's not right. Even they look like adults, but they're still puppies and they're still growing, and your puppies should be eating puppy food until 18 months at least. Go look at the video about NutriBite and the working dog feeding, where we discuss this all in detail. So please don't, because the adult food is cheaper. Now go to that. It's not a good idea. Your puppy is still growing. Keep it on the puppy food. They, like I said, they look big, but they're still puppies. It's like a puppy in a bigger body. That's all it is.
Interesting thing that Marley brought up now is like, okay, we've got these bunch of dogs in our house, all different ages and different levels of training, and obviously we've got our 3 old females, which rules the roost. And it's funny to see, we've got little baby Kai who's doing his detection work. It's funny how to see that wherever Billy goes amongst the big dogs, they all like nail him. He gets nailed, get bitten, get chased away. But him and Kai play the whole time. So here you've got this big-bodied puppy, and who he connects with at a mental level, can you say it, is still a puppy. So even the big dogs like I haven't got time for him at the moment, because he's like he's irritating. They all bite him. He goes past them, they growl at him. He can't look at them, they growl at him. So it just shows you that at that level, his mental is still on that level of a puppy. Now, their growth plates, and I'm going to say this again, and if you go look at our video with Dr. Leanne with our NutriBite, you see the growth plates only close at 18 months. So he is still, or she is still a puppy until 18 months at least. Don't stop feeding your dog puppy food before 18 months just because it's cheaper. You've got a super dog. You have to look after this dog so that it's going to catch you in the long run, because it just needs all that food. So don't be an idiot. Feed your dog properly. You eat very good food, and you spend a lot of money on your nice meats and stuff that you eat, make sure that your buddy also gets the good food.
I think that like kind of sums up our 5 tips we wanted to give you guys. So yeah, look out. I think one of our upcoming videos is going to be about PSA. This is a request from one of the viewers to know more about PSA, what it is. So we've been working on that, so I think that will be up next. So if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe so you don't miss that PSA video. I do think we're going to include a little bit of snaps of interviews with our club members so they can tell you why they like PSA, not why we like it.
Yeah. And then guys, we haven't forgotten or anything about that equipment that's going to come.
Yeah, that's also coming up.
A video that's coming up about the equipment. I'm super excited about this. This is also an equipment range for South Africa that I think it's another person, that gentleman is going out of his way to make a really good equipment, dog equipment in South Africa, and even for people outside South Africa that are interested in purchasing his equipment.
When he says equipment, he's specifically talking about bite work.
Yeah, the bite work equipment. The last video that I said, try and figure out who made the stuff, and I did give the name on it like that. Nobody even tried bother doing it because I don't think I don't think they thought that could have been made in South Africa, but it is made in South Africa. So it's also a video I'm super excited to make regarding that equipment. So without further ado, please like,
subscribe,
and if you've got anything to say, leave it at the bottom, at the bottom, and say what you think of this. Comment something. And then I've seen a lot of people on YouTube do this. They say, check out this video, and then these videos just like appear there. So check out these other videos that we've also made, and tell us what you think. Let us know how it goes with your puppy. Let us know what equipment that you like. What type do you like? Do you like, or what does your dog like? I think we would really like to be, it'll interest us to find out how you're enjoying the training of your personal protection dog.
Yeah. Okay guys, cheers.
Cheers.